The story of the FTX collapse is a story of greed, mismanagement, and fraud. It's a story of an exchange that was too big to fail, Tom Brady, sports arenas, and of the people who lost everything when it finally imploded. This is an account of how the second biggest crypto exchange on the planet collapsed in one day, leaving a black hole of $8 billion of customer money on its balance sheet. Welcome to the Lightning Rod channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. The story begins in the early days of the crypto boom when a young entrepreneur named Sam Bankman-Fried decided to start a cryptocurrency exchange. Bankman-Fried was a math prodigy who graduated from MIT. He was a talented programmer and had a knack for making money. He started the exchange in 2017 and it quickly became one of the most popular exchanges in the world. By 2020, the exchange was processing $1 billion a day in trading volume. It had millions of users and was one of the most valuable companies in the crypto industry. But behind the scenes, the exchange was a mess. The company was run by a group of 20-something-year-olds who had no experience running a business. They were playing with billions of dollars, but didn't have so much as a board of directors to keep track of what was going on. The company had no central bank account, no accounting system, and no compliance department. Soon, the troubled structure of the exchange started leading to issues. In May of 2020, a hacker stole $40 million from the exchange. The hack was made possible because the exchange was using an insecure system to store customer funds. It was a wake-up call for the company. They realized that they needed to get their act together or they would lose everything. This intention to fix things up would end up being their ultimate downfall. In June of 2020, the company made a fateful decision. They decided to launch a new coin to boost their value, FTT. FTT was created out of thin air by SBF and FTX. They printed its value out of nothing, but soon it made up a huge component of their balance sheet. When FTX wanted to raise money, they now simply collateralized assets with this overvalued asset. This is a really big deal. It was a huge advantage for FTX over other exchanges. They could raise money by just printing money. Here's the catch though. Where normal exchanges would be caught for fraud, FTX was operated out of a shell company in the Bahamas. Without the oversight of US regulators, this action was free game. Furthermore, FTX was not one entity, but it actually owned multiple companies, including FTX International, FTX US, and most importantly, Alameda Research. Alameda was FTX's market maker and principal source of revenue. They were also the largest holders of FTT. Alameda was made to take customer funds out of FTX, collateralize the value against held FTT, and then would make money from risky trades in a bullish crypto market. The entire scheme worked while the market only went up, but it would soon collapse. By June 2021, FTX had raised $1 billion at an $18 billion valuation from venture investors such as Paradigm, SoftBank, and Sequoia Capital. The collateral for this raise was the made-up FTT token. As the crypto market boomed, so did FTX, Alameda, and SBFs' net worth. Soon, the FTX exchange was valued at $32 billion, and SBF was worth about $16 billion. Sam rode this wave of success. He was hailed as an altruistic CEO and a modern Robin Hood. He pledged to give away his wealth and even donated $40 million to the Democratic Party. He was on top of the world, but then came the fall. This entire time, FTX was the number 2 exchange in the world and was only beaten by one company, China's infamous Binance. It was no secret that SBF and Binance's CEO CZ hated each other. In one tweet, CZ said that he would give away $1 million to anyone who could prove that SBF was not a scammer. In response, SBF tweeted that he would give away $1 million to anyone who could prove that CZ was not a scammer. The two have been engaged in a war of words ever since. In February, CZ also called SBF a scammer and a fraudster and said that he would never do business with him. In response, SBF called CZ a liar and a thief. However, CZ was engaging in a game of business chess the whole time. While hurling insults at SBF, the clever CEO was hoarding massive amounts of FTT token on Binance's books, bolstering the bad token's value. Eventually, SBF crossed the line. He accused CZ of discussing cryptocurrency of regulators, which is looked down upon in the world of self-regulating decentralized currency. CZ had enough. In one fell swoop, he sold off Binance's $2 million stake in FTT, causing the value to plummet. This was the Jenga block that toppled the tower of FTX. Scared of the imminent collapse of the cryptocurrency, FTT holders started dumping their crypto. Even worse, FTX customers, scared of the firm's collapse, started withdrawing massive amounts of their holdings. This revealed the Achilles heel of FTX. The entire time, they were pledging to match customer deposits 1-to-1, but a run on the exchange's liquidity showed that this was all an elaborate lie. Suddenly, FTX had no money to give to customers. The entire time, they were gambling with customer funds through risky transactions in their hedge fund Alameda Research. Quickly, the entire Jenga tower fell. FTX halted withdrawals, Alameda was declared insolvent, and the entire network of companies filed for bankruptcy. SBF, who was a multi-billionaire just days before, saw his net worth go to zero. The collapse of FTX also quickly revealed SBF's web of conflicts of interest, such as his tendency to use customer funds through Alameda, his ownership of multiple conflicting companies, and the use of company money as a personal piggy bank to buy mansions and make political donations. In just a few days, the entire web of lies had unraveled. But these recent events are just scratching the surface of the entire event. It might be weeks, months, or even years until we know the full extent of what transpired at FTX. The moral of the story is simple: not your wallet, not your tokens. This common saying refers to the safety of keeping money in personal wallets over in volatile and potentially insolvent exchanges.